The disturbing history of the Ku Klux Klan. So I don't usually do this on my videos, but I do just want to do a quick disclaimer. So this video is for educational purposes. It's obviously going to cover some topics that are a little bit controversial. I obviously don't support or condone the Ku Klux Klan. I think they're disgusting. But the goal is to inform you so that we can learn from history. What if I told you that the most notorious hate group in American history actually started as a non-violent organization, but a simple social club? A group of men who at first had no grand vision of terror or racism, but whose actions would evolve into a legacy of hate that still reverberates today. How did a group with the seemingly harmless beginnings become synonymous with fear, violence, oppression, and racism? Stick with me because the answer is not what you expect. The Ku Klux Klan, or KKK, was founded in 1865 in Pulaski, Tennessee, in America, by 6 Confederate veterans. Originally, the group's purpose was nothing more than a fraternity of sorts, a place for former soldiers to gather to share their war stories. But this seemingly innocent start quickly took a dark turn. The South in America was devastated by the Civil War. It was a landscape of bitterness and loss, and for many Southerners, the end of slavery and the beginning of Reconstruction felt like an attack on their way of life. This environment of fear and resentment became a fertile ground for the Klan to grow. As newly freed African Americans began to assert their rights, voting, holding public office, building communities, the Klan transformed from a social club into something far more sinister. Under the guise of restoring order, they unleashed a campaign of terror to suppress and intimidate. By the late 1860s, the Klan's activities had escalated to widespread violence. Lynching, arson, and brutal assaults were not uncommon as the Klan sought to maintain white supremacy through terror. The federal government attempted to intervene, but the damage had already been done. The seeds of hate had been planted, one that would sprout again and again in America's history. The Klan saw a resurgence in the 1910s and 1920s, tapping into fears of immigration, urbanization, and societal change. With a new wave of propaganda, they marketed themselves as defenders of American values. Where does that sound familiar? The result was by the mid-1920s, the Klan claimed millions of members across the nation of America, from the Deep South to the Midwest. Now, this second era of the Klan brought a new kind of violence, lynchings, bombings, and widespread intimidation that targeted not just African Americans, but also Catholics, Jews, immigrants, and anyone who didn't fit the vision, or their vision, of America. The Klan would rise and fall several more times in American history, each iteration adapting to the era's fears and prejudices. From the civil rights movement in the 1960s to even more recent times, their name still echoes as a symbol of hate in America. The KKK may no longer wield the power that it once had, but its legacy still lives on in other forms of organized hate. The history of the Klan is not just a story of America's past, it is a stark reminder of the dark paths that fear and hatred can lead us down if we're not vigilant. Thank you for joining me on today's video, guys. I know this video was a little bit dark, it was a little bit different to what I normally do, but history is history and the job of the historian is to report the truth from history. Thank you for joining me. Please leave a like and subscribe and a comment. I always respond to my comments. Thank you very much and have a great day.